Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to our general love forecast. So, lots to go over here today. So, let's begin. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you for being here, for tuning in. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts, for those who are here for the very first time. And my daughter Cameron is our moderator, so please feel free to go ahead and ask any questions that you guys might have in the comments section. I do see super chats. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Dawn. Thank you guys so much. We'll get to your questions after the general love forecast, and anybody else who's wanting a personal mini reading here, we'll go ahead and get to your questions. For anyone who's interested, you can either submit it through Super Chat or any of the other formats that's on the screen, okay? So let's go ahead and grab some messages to get things started. All right, I wanted to first take a look at some challenging energies here. Hi, John. Welcome. Thank you for being here. All right, so let's take a look at some of the challenges that some of you might be dealing with at this point in time. Hi, Meg. How are you? Thank you for the super chat. So we'll get to all those questions after we do the general love forecast. All right. We have clashing coming through as the very first message, and it does say differences, incompatibility, and conflict. So maybe you and a particular someone, you guys might be on different pages at this point. Let's see what else. We have shattered, okay, damaged, brokenhearted, and destroyed. Ooh. And then we've got consequences coming up next. Karma, destiny, cause and effect. So somebody might have done something here and they weren't thinking of the consequences of whatever those actions might have been. They could have also hurt you because of something that they did. All right, so that could explain what the conflict is. I feel like grabbing an additional card to go along with that. From my heart and soul deck. Let's see what that is. All right, here we go. All right, let me add one more. Tina Marie, hello. Thank you so much for that super chat. Welcome. So everybody's submitting personal requests. We'll go ahead and get to those after the general love forecast, okay? Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, what do we need to know? We have Prism. I've spent way too much time saturating myself in sadness over losing you. I couldn't rush my healing. I had to be patient, be gentle and kind with myself. To cry, to feel the pain, fall to my knees in prayer, and find that glimmer of hope in the prism of my heart. I'm back. That's so interesting, guys, considering what we have here. So we do see shattered, that broken heart. Somebody destroyed the foundation of the relationship, and that hurt you. Okay, so there were definitely some consequences due to those actions. Bottom of the deck, look at this. We have nostalgia. Okay, they're thinking about you, they're missing you, they still love you. That's coming through here. This one says it's been years, and for some of you, maybe it's been a very long time. And it says, yet it feels like it was yesterday. I thought that time would make this easier on me. My heart, my mind, I wish I could turn back time to undo the damage that was done. Make different choices, but I can't. We can't. All we have are our memories. Okay, so I can't help but feel that there's someone here who regrets their actions because you guys are dealing with some issues right now, and maybe karma is teaching them a lesson here, you know? So let's go ahead and see what else we can find out with some tarot messages. Okay, so let's take a look at that. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What do we need to know, please? What do we need to know? Look at this. We've got the Four of Wands, and part of the reason what I'm feeling from this person, they ended up hurting themselves when they hurt you. They still feel drawn to you. They're wanting perhaps a reunion. The Four of Wands can represent that. And yes, it can also represent our 1111 number in tarot. That's a make-a-wish number, you know, or a wish that could manifest, or at least that's what they're focused on, perhaps, you know, and they're thinking about you. We see that here. They are definitely focused on you, wanting a possible reconciliation, perhaps. This could also be a twin flame who's still thinking about you. Okay, that's a possibility. Look at this next card. We've got the Five of Cups. Just look at the energy. Okay, that grief. The key words here, loneliness, the old wounds that they're having to deal with now. Okay, so as I've mentioned, they hurt themselves, and now they're dealing with a lot of regret, perhaps. Whoa, look at this next card. We've got the Three of Swords, so they are acknowledging that they hurt you. It's interesting, too, how it's lining up in that way. The consequences, karma, destiny, all of that. Three of Swords could represent the broken heart, the pain, the separation. Okay, it doesn't always have to be third party, but sometimes it is. And if that's why you guys went into separation, perhaps they're feeling it. You know, they broke their own heart when they broke yours. Can't make this up. Look at the next card. We've got the Tower. Okay. And remember what this card says. I've spent way too much time saturating myself in sadness over losing you. So when this Tower happened, and maybe they did something to create this and broke you guys up, so now they're feeling that pain. They are feeling it. Whoa, that's pretty powerful stuff there. Look at this. Look at this. Six of Cups. And there we are again with the reference to them being nostalgic. They want that reunion. But it depends. You know, it depends on where you're at in your own heart space. Would you be open to a reunion? Would you welcome this person back? Or are you still hurting? Or have you moved on? It depends on what it is that you can see yourself accepting when it comes to this individual. But what we see here with two cards focused on nostalgia, there's something tied into those past memories that they can't seem to let go of. Can't seem to let go of it. And some of those memories make them very happy. Look at that. You've got the Sun. And I'm also feeling from this person that these lessons that they might have learned, they're valuable, you know, valuable life lessons that they won't ever forget. And you've got something to do with that. And you also might represent the person that they now realize they want to be with you, but maybe it's not a possibility. You know, again, it depends on what you're willing to accept. If you're open to a reconciliation, then maybe you guys can find happiness again. The Six of Cups can also represent a reunion. So if you're open to that, fantastic. The opportunity might just present itself to you and your person here. But if not, this could also represent that you've moved on and you're happy on your own, or you could have moved on to something and someone better. And this is karma teaching this person a lesson. Okay, look at the next card. We've got Judgment. So they're waking up. They're realizing the error of their ways. They want perhaps to reach out to you somehow, whether that's telepathic communication right now, or you'll hear from them maybe through social media, or they might send you an email or a text. They might even call you. And whenever I see the Judgment card, it really does represent communication from someone from your past who's had the opportunity to reflect on past behaviors, situations that definitely hurt. We see that here, and they're suffering through this. You know, they're feeling that loneliness, that emptiness, because you're not there. Look at these key words. We've got clashing, shattered, the consequences, the Tower. Just the image overall from the Three of Swords, we see the pain. You know, this isn't just a regular heartbreak. This is one of those things where it packs such a punch that you're not ever going to forget how that feels. And if they caused it, it hurt them just as much also, but perhaps didn't realize it until after the fact. You know, like you're the one that got away and now they regret it. And now perhaps they want to come back and talk to you about this, if you're even open to talking, and to give them a second chance, only if you'd like to do that. We also have the World card, so cycles that are completing. That cycle has completed, which is why they're a part of your past. It's up to you whether you want them to be a part of your future or a part of your present, whatever's going on in your life right now, because this can also make room for new cycles to come in. But if you're fulfilled where you're at, maybe you're in a much better situation or relationship, then maybe you're not interested, you know? So again, it depends. But I feel if you're open to a reunion with this person, then maybe there's a chance here. I like how we've got the Divine Masculine showing up as the King of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I love the King of Cups in a love situation because they are actually ready to love you, Divine Feminine, the way perhaps they either fell short in the past or you've moved on to somebody who represents this type of energy where they're devoted and they're loving and they're there for you the way you need them to be, rather than somebody who might have gotten themselves involved in drama and third parties, if that was the case. Ace of Cups, another nice energy coming through because this can represent new love for some of you. Either new love in the sense that you're reconnecting or new love after having moved on, you know, and finding your own happiness. But this can also, for some of my singles, indicate self-love, being able to just live your life the way you want, you know, and being happy with the choices that you're making at this point in time, being content in that, you know, and just being able to fill this cup for yourself. Let's see what else. Beautiful card. We've got the Magician coming through here. Some of you guys could be a Gemini or a Virgo, or you could be dealing with a Gemini or Virgo. So if this person that broke your heart, hurt you, if they were sneaking around, if they were being tricky, as is part of the energy of the Magician, then more than likely you detached or walked away from this person. But this is also the possibility to rekindle it if you're open to that, especially if they are coming towards you as a better person and being able to fess up to some of the things that they've done in the past, you know, to be open and honest with you. But this is also the opportunity to manifest so many amazing things in your life. You've got the Magician, you've got the Sun, you know, so it's your call as to what it is you can manifest in your life. It's not just limited to your love life. This can apply to anything. Okay, so that's our opening message there. Wow, some pretty powerful stuff coming through. So let's go ahead and see what other messages we can tap into here. All right, so this particular deck is by Sister Moon Tarot. It's a Twin Flame Current Vibes. So for those of you who are a part of a twin flame journey, let's see where that situation is at this point in time. And even if you're not on a twin flame connection with someone, that can certainly pick up off of soulmate vibes. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to just be for twin flames. So let's take a look and see what that energy is. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. Let's see. All right, what do we have here? Stuck in the past. I can't get over all the things that have happened with us. Ooh, this might even have something to do with the message that we've seen already. Oh my. We have, do you still think of me and love me? So they're doubting. This might be the person that was feeling nostalgic. They're stuck in the past, meaning that they're focused on those memories. We saw that already, you know, with this card. Yup. They are focused on those memories from the past. Bottom of the deck, we've got Cosmos. I look to the sky to be connected to you. I trust that whatever brought us together at first will bring us back together. You see? So they want to get back together, but they're focused on what happened in the past, and perhaps right now they're doubting if it's possible to manifest this in the 3D. So let's go ahead and see what else we can tap into here. So I'll use my Celestial Cosmos Tarot for this one. Angels and spirit guides, please. What else do we need to know for those who would benefit from this message? Look at this. We've got the Five of Swords, those disagreements. There could have been other people that got in the way of the two of you. You know, we already saw the possibility towards love triangles and third parties, or you guys just were clashing. We also saw that, you know, the reference to being on different pages, and maybe you guys were arguing and fighting all the time, or just not seeing eye to eye. Here we are again with the Sun. So that could be clarification that at one point in time, you guys were good. You guys were happy. But then something happened here, you know, where you weren't getting along. We've got the Six of Pentacles. This is what's required in a relationship to thrive, you know, being able to have this equal exchange of love, of energy, even in the discussions that you guys were having. It has to be a productive conversation for both people to be able to give back as much as they take from each other. You know, but something happened here that might have created some drama between the two of you, you know. Look at the next card. We've got the Empress. So Divine Feminine, here you are. And either this was lacking where you were dealing with a masculine who just was not there for you the way you needed them to be. And you could have also been doubting whether your masculine was fully invested. And that's where this comes in, where you guys were bickering and just not getting along. But look at this. Here's our Six of Cups again. I'm telling you, there's someone from your past who's thinking about you. They're stuck in the memories. That's why we are seeing that. Stuck in the past. So there are, of course, some beautiful memories tied into that. But we also see the Tower and the Three of Swords. So part of the reason why they're stuck in the past is because it was painful, you know, and that Tower has a lot to do with that. We've got the Hangman. We've got the Five of Cups. Look at these energies. Look at, you know, they're grieving. They're in this despair. You might have let this person go. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Taurus. We've got Leo. We've got Pisces coming through. I feel actually, though, the distance and time apart might have done you guys some good. Because sometimes when you're fighting and you're not seeing eye to eye and it's this type of interaction between two people, you know, going to your neutral corners might actually be helpful in order to just have some breathing room and to really reassess the situation. Excuse me. So Five of Cups, that's coming through. Let's see what else. So they did something here to disappoint you. Look at the next card, guys. We've got the Four of Wands again. So we can't help but see the twin flame references that are popping up. And of course, this deck right here focusing on twin flame energy. So this right here, it might be a situation of twin flames, or at least a twin who wants to get back together. And maybe they were happiest when you guys were together, realizing that they might have created situations that were very challenging. Rather than trying to work it out, they created conflict, you know? But this right here could be a restructuring of the relationship, because it can be a much stronger foundation than what you guys had before that might have resulted in that tower that collapsed, you know? And so this gives you guys the opportunity to rebuild on the relationship. Look at the next card. We've got the Lovers. So we've got Gemini popping up. And this is a card of making choices, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. I feel this person, regardless of the arguments, the conflict, the tower moments, you know, love triangles, I feel in their heart space they've always loved you, and maybe you still love them. That doesn't mean, though, that you're going to allow yourself to experience heartbreak again if they just don't have the best of intentions. And so from your part, I feel the ball is in your court, whether or not this person can return in the way that they want to return. It's easy to get the conversation started if both people are willing to talk, but I feel it's another thing if one person is a little bit on the fence, apprehensive. It's like, wait a minute, you did hurt me. I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to dive in fully and go there with you. You know, so this is your choice card, giving you the opportunity to decide, you know, whether or not you want to involve yourself with someone from your past. We do have the Fool. Some of you could also be dealing with Aquarius. So here's the thing. If you are focused, maybe it is you that's feeling nostalgic about someone from your past. And if there's a part of you that's afraid of getting hurt again, maybe these two cards together is what's helping to push you forward, you know, taking that leap of faith. If you really believe in it, and if the other person is willing to try also, then maybe this gives you guys the chance to try again. Let's see. Here's our King of Cups again. Look at that. So the Divine Masculine, letting it be known that they still love you, Divine Feminine, and perhaps they are ready to dive in fully into this partnership. They really are ready to offer that cup of love to you. Here's our Judgment card again. Some of you guys could be Libra. You could be dealing with a Libra. And so I really do feel they've gone through this epiphany, that light bulb moment, that awakening. You know, they've had a chance to evaluate where they've been, and where they've been is in the past. They seem to be stuck right there. We also see that, you know, they're focused on the memories, the nostalgia. We see that with the Six of Cups. And so it's just a matter of time before they reach out to you and they communicate. And whenever I see this, and if it's two people who haven't talked in a while, it could start off as an apology. You know, I'm sorry that A, B, or C happened. And would you be willing to talk? Would you be willing to try again? Can we reconcile? Any of those things can happen through that conversation. And for you, the viewer, you know, it's totally up to you whether or not that can happen, because there might be a barrier here. And as long as that's there, that could pose to be a challenge. But I feel with references that we're seeing here, being able to find happiness again and being able to come back into union, anything is possible. And then you've got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's a new opportunity in love here for you. And I really feel through this new opportunity, you guys might just have a chance at finding a new beginning in love with your person from the past, or a new love altogether. So you might still have someone from your past who wants to reconnect with you. That doesn't mean 100% guarantee that you're going to accept them back in, or vice versa. It has to be two people who are on the same page. But this is also giving you a new beginning in life, in your love life, certainly. Okay, so if it's not a reconciliation, it can be a brand new experience, brand new love connection that comes in. Look at this card. We've got the Six of Swords. So it really is about releasing past baggage. Whoever is stuck in the past needs to be able to tap into this energy so that, you know, there can be a transition here, moving on, you know, no matter whether it is moving on together, moving on to have a new beginning, or just moving on, period, to be able to start fresh in life and in love, and to be able to find this happiness, you know, because no one should be stuck in that past energy where someone's miserable and depressed. You know, yes, we all experience heartbreak at some point in our life, but it's really important for us to learn the lesson tied into that tower moment and just move on. There's a valuable lesson to be learned there. And whether it results in a reunion or you just starting again, you just need to trust your heart there. Okay. Let's grab one more card here. Look at this. We've got our Nine of Cups. So this is a wish that can come true. Perhaps this person that you're thinking about, the one that's feeling nostalgic, they still see you as their dream or wish come true, and wanting to be able to bring this back in the forefront of their lives in the 3D. Okay, so right now it could just be a fantasy of theirs to reconnect with you, but I really feel that there's a possibility that they want this to be a reality, something tangible. Okay, so that's what's coming through there. Let's go ahead and see what else we can find out. So I feel that the first message as well as the second one, they go together. Let's see what else we can tap into. All right. And then we'll, of course, get into some personal mini readings. I see quite a few that have been submitted already, so thank you guys so much. All right, so this one is the Relationship Design Cards by Sister Moon Tarot also. All right, let's see what other messages we can get here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What else do we need to know, please? Whether it's tied into the first two messages we've seen or a new message altogether, let's grab it. Let's see. Ooh, look at this. We've got regrets. Looking back. Mistakes. Apologies. Somebody from your past wants to have that conversation. That's interesting. Wow. All right. We also have insecurity, jealous, comparison, competitive. For those of you who might have an ex, for example, who's thinking about you, who has struggled to let you go, let's just say, maybe they are feeling insecure as far as reconnecting with you. Maybe it's unrealistic at this point. If they're jealous, maybe you've already moved on to somebody else, or you're just enjoying life if you're not committed in a partnership, or they're comparing themselves to other people that you might be enjoying time with, you know? Look at this. We have happily ever after, joy, contentment at last. I love that. Okay, so let's take a look at that energy. Isn't it interesting that we start off with regrets and the insecurities, and then eventually you'll be able to find your happily ever after? All right, so let's see what else we can find out here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for those who need this message. There is somebody who wants to come forward and to apologize. I'm not surprised to see that. They've got a lot of regrets over past behaviors, past decisions. Part of that competitive energy from this card too might be because of third parties or other people in the picture. I can't make it up, guys. Look, Six of Cups again. They're stuck in the past, the happy memories, They really are focused on that. They're feeling very, 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 very nostalgic. Maybe they've got pictures, old conversations, whatever that might be. Look at this. We've got the devil. You see the temptations or the obsessiveness, the addictive behavior, maybe an unhealthy attachment that they might even have towards you. You could be dealing with a Capricorn for some of you. Maybe at one point in time, they really wanted this happily ever after, but maybe they were afraid of commitment and they regret that. You know, so many scenarios here. Let's see what else. Yeah, see, we've got the conflict from the Five of Swords. That's popping up. That is popping up. We also have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it is very interesting too that it's lining up with insecurity. They want things to turn around for the better, but they're insecure. They're not quite sure how to make that happen. Might have something to do with these conflicts, you know, because the Five of Swords, they're trying to look at the situation as, I want to win you back, but perhaps there's a blockage. There's something that's standing in the way of that happening. Maybe it's someone else. Look at this. We have the Emperor representing divine masculine. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aries divine masculine. But regardless of sign, we do have divine masculine energy coming through, lining up with happily ever after. So maybe divine feminine, you've got a masculine here who wants to be able to experience this happily ever after with you. This reminds me of the Ten of Cups, which of course is a beautiful energy of finding fulfillment. Certainly when it comes to a love connection. We've got the Ace of Cups coming through again. Okay, so either this is a new love connection, someone completely brand new, or it's a new chance at love with someone from your past. And it seems, divine feminine, this is a masculine who's really focused on you. Wow. We do have the Knight of Cups also. Some of you could be dealing with a fire sign or a water sign. So we've got Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's just what I'm feeling from that. Of course, we've got Capricorn right there. Wow. And then we've got the Strength card representing Leo. So yeah, that makes sense for me because this is the need to find the courage and the bravery to act upon something, but maybe timing could be off, you know? And it really is connected to this card. Yeah, that jealousy, the comparison. They're comparing themselves, and it's causing them to feel very insecure. Especially if maybe they're checking you out on social media, or they've heard you're with somebody, or you're dating someone, and they're super jealous. This is a masculine, I feel, who wants to be able to be a romantic partner, but they're afraid perhaps to either reach out. They've got regrets. We see that here, but I'm also feeling that's a temporary energy. They're going to want to eventually take advantage of the opportunity to reach out. That's what we're seeing here. That is what I'm seeing there. High Priestess, Divine Feminine, trust your intuition. Look at this, guys. Okay, there's our happily ever after, and here we are with the Ten of Cups. I love that. So this is somebody who wants to be able to experience these things with you, and we have the Emperor. So I really do feel instinctively, Divine Feminine, you've got a masculine who is feeling very nostalgic about the memories that you guys have shared. Some very special memories there. They can't seem to forget or let go of it, which is why they feel attached to those memories. But this is also a part of the memories, okay? The pain, the hurt, whether it was a love triangle or not, it was still very painful. But this is somebody who wants to manifest this Ten of Cups outcome in this situation. And then look at these cards. We've got the Star, so we have Aquarius coming through again. We've got the Two of Cups. So whether they see you as a twin flame, whether they see you as a soulmate, this person loves you, but they have to truly get past their insecurities and just do something about this. If they really want to have that conversation with you, then they're going to have to find the courage to just do it. You know, feel the fear and go for it anyway. All right, that's how I pick up off of that energy. We also have the Chariot. Some of you guys could be Cancer, dealing with the Cancer. And I feel this is movement right here. That's what they're focused on. They just need to take that first step to get that situation going, you know? So it seems, for some of you anyway, that there is the possibility that you guys can overcome these difficulties, whatever that tower represented, and be able to have a chance at real happiness again. We've got the Ace of Wands, the growth potential, the opportunity to create a beautiful life together, a fresh start. Here we are again with the Judgment. So this is a repetitive message that's popping up this evening. And so I really do feel there's someone who will reach out to you sooner rather than later. We'll go ahead and get some time frames in a second, but I really feel this is someone from your past who has some regrets. They want to reconnect with you. They want a reconciliation, or at least the opportunity to ask for forgiveness for hurting you. Okay? If it's not a reconciliation, they either desire closure, they're struggling to move on or move forward because of their guilt or regrets or whatever. You know, so that could be a burden that they've been carrying. And maybe to just be able to talk to you and ask for forgiveness might be enough. And look at that. Perhaps once that conversation happens, then it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. For some of you, you will move forward together, because I feel there's the possibility towards a reunion for those of you especially who are wanting that. But for others, this could be the possibility of moving on to find your own happiness. And hopefully that will release this person from your past to be able to do the same thing. Look at this. And now we've got the Empress coming through. So divine masculine, divine feminine coming through, divine counterparts. Again, whether twin flame, soulmate, doesn't matter. This is coming through as two people who belong together, two people who feel very connected, two people who love each other and perhaps want to get married, have a family, you know, to be able to live life together for the rest of your life. So that's a beautiful connection right there. And you guys just have these obstacles that you need to overcome. That's all. And it is time to make different choices now. If you guys want to come back together and to ensure that there are no more tower moments and no third-party situations, no drama, then it's time to recognize some of the choices that you guys have made in the past and make different choices at this point so that you guys can find happiness. Okay? Let's see what else. Ooh, I love that. So 6 of Wands, this is victory. This is success. So with different choices comes success and triumph from the Chariot. So that's a beautiful energy. It is letting us know that, you know, life hasn't exactly been smooth sailing, but it can be a lot better moving forward. Okay, so hopefully you guys were able to resonate with that one. I really like how that message came through. And to go ahead and wrap it up, where is that deck? I wanted to pull one more set of cards. I was just drawn to a lot of Sister Moon Tarot's decks for some reason. So let's go ahead and grab some closing messages here. And then we'll start with the personal mini readings, okay? Angels and spirit guides, please, what are some final messages? Stay inspired oracle card. What are some final messages for the collective? Angels and spirit guides, please, what do we need to know? We have comfort. I'm guided to pull 2 more cards here. Let's grab 2 more. We have sunlight, beautiful, representing the energy of the sun, of course. And in tarot, it's one of the best cards. And we have free yourself. Look at that. So we have comfort. Sometimes you just need a warm beverage, a good talk with a friend, a loving smile, a hug, and your entire outlook will change. So perhaps for some of you, this might even be a friendship. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partnership, although it could. This always reminds me of wintertime, the holiday season. Maybe there's something tied into that time frame. Oh, and I need to grab time frames. And then we have the most powerful healing tool. You don't have to be in it, just imagine it. Sunlight. Okay, so this for me is a very happy energy. And of course, the vibe that we get from the sun and tarot is joy, success, a reason to celebrate something, a very positive energy. Okay, so that's beautiful. It might also be a reminder for you to just get some time out in the sun and to not be cooped up inside the house so much and to just be able to be out in nature. And we also have free yourself. This is your life. Don't live it restricted by your past or the opinions of others. Write a new story. Yes, because remember, guys, we saw that somebody clearly is stuck in the past. I can't get over all the things that have happened with us. And so they really do need to free themselves from that way of thinking. And perhaps that's something that you can relate to for yourself. You know, so I feel that that's really crucial that that actually came in for the collective at this time. All right, so let's clarify that with tarot. Hi, V, welcome. Hi, Koya. So we'll get started with the personal mini reading shortly. All right. Someone needs to free themselves from the past. And look at this. Two of Cups. This is true love right here between you and this person. You know who it is. That particular someone who feeds your soul, that feeds that passion when it comes to this connection. You guys have to work together. We've got teamwork here that is followed by the equality reference of the Six of Pentacles. As long as you guys are both fully into the partnership, fully focused and invested in each other, then this really can go the distance here moving forward. You know, Three of Cups is a celebration. So there really is a reason to find happiness here. This could be a new beginning, a true new beginning in love for you and this person. Whether it is a reconciliation, new beginning, or a second chance at love, or being able to find someone completely brand new. Look at this. We have the Seven of Cups. So it is a reminder that you might face various choices, or you might find that you're at a crossroads. This right here, it's telling you to choose wisely, okay? Because you don't want to regress and be stuck in the past, as we've already seen. And just to reiterate, look, we've got the Chariot coming through again. So if things seem to be stagnant, if things seem to be stuck for some reason, this is movement forward. That's progress right there. So I love how that's coming through. Look at this. Do you see that? So if it's stuck, if it's at a stalemate, the Chariot is reminding you that that's temporary. Okay, so you can free yourself from that type of energy. Wow. You know, stuck in the past. No more being stuck. Look at this. We've got the Ace of Swords. So this is victory again. This is a breakthrough. That's like an epiphany. Being able to see things so much clearer, to cut out what needs to be cut out. And that has something to do with the past. The movement here represents this Wheel of Fortune, this good luck. This is a part of what it is that you're meant to experience in life. And it's falling in your favor here. So that looks pretty darn amazing, the way that's coming through. Here's our Strength card again. So if you're not exactly feeling 100% confident that something can happen, whether that's got something to do with your love life or something else, just tap into this energy, because you need to be able to realize how much stronger you actually are, you know, and that you can move mountains as long as you're focused on the end result here. You've got so many surrounding cards that's helping you to do that, okay? Look at that, 10 of Wands. So it's time to release. It's time to free yourself from whatever these heavy burdens are. It's also perhaps talking to the person who wants to return from your past. It could be a burden for them, like whatever has occurred to create that tower. Okay, let's see what else here. What else do we need to know? One final message. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, hard work that pays off in time. Okay, because this is a gestation type card where it's going to require a little bit of patience in order for things to manifest in the 3D. Okay, so I really love how that came together, guys. So to wrap it up, let's go ahead and grab our time frames here. All right, so I'll go ahead and choose 3 cards here. Feel free to focus on a particular question that requires a time frame. And you can either choose time frame number 1, 2, or 3. If it is not the time frame that you are hoping for, as I say often during these readings, time, it's very difficult to pinpoint because it's constantly moving, it's constantly changing, you know, it's fluid. So don't put too much emphasis on when something is going to happen, but this can give you an indication of the possibility. Okay, so go ahead and focus on your question of time when you are expecting or hoping for something to happen. And let's see what it says. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab 3. All right, angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, give us 3 time frames, please, as to when something might occur for the collective in love, romance, life matters, whatever it is. Look at this. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. Remember when I talked about this particular card and how it felt like the holidays? Okay, kind of Christmassy. And now we've got a time frame of during the holidays. So that's one. So maybe November or December. Okay. Let's grab a second one. Second time frame for the collective. Ooh, this one's going to take a little bit longer. So 2 years. But you know what they say? It's like good things come to those who wait. So maybe there's a reason why it will take that long. That's a long time, but maybe it's worth the wait, okay? So let's grab a third time frame. Angels and spirit guides, please. Time frame number 3. We have 6 months, okay? So any of these could certainly play a role in when something might happen between you or your person or a particular event in your life, not necessarily just about your love life. So just pay attention. You can always go back and watch this at any time, you know, even if it's been some time ago, and maybe there's something that'll jump out at you at the time that you watch it again, perhaps. But that is the time frame that we've got here at this time. All right, so that is what I've got, guys, as far as the message for the collective this time. Some pretty interesting stuff that came through there. So all right, so let's go ahead and begin with some personals here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my background music and just reorganize my cards, and I will be right back. Hang tight. All right, guys, thank you for your patience. So let me look at the lineup here. So Dawn, I've got you first, Nancy second, Meg, Tin Marie. Is that what that says, Cam? Tin Marie, and then V, and lastly, Koya. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through these in order. Thank you guys so much for your patience. So Dawn, let's see. Aquarius for yourself, Michael Sag. Oh, you heard from him July 1st. He wants to invite you to his wedding. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I'm guessing you want to know what his intentions are and why he invited you to the wedding. So let's take a look at his energy and let's see what's going on there, okay? Hi, Nick. Thank you so much for the super chat. We'll get to your question shortly, okay? All right, Dawn, let's see. So taking a look at Michael. So I'm going to analyze this from his energy and see what was he or what's he thinking. And he's inviting you to his wedding. What's going on there? We've got conflict. That's interesting. You know, this is even more interesting because whenever in this particular deck focused on the divine masculine, whenever I see this contract card, it reminds me of especially the surrounding cards like a marriage contract. And it's interesting that he's inviting you to his wedding. He's conflicted though. I feel he extended the invitation, but he might have been wondering if that was the right thing to do. Okay, let's see. What's going on there? We have the friendship card coming through. So he's extending his friendship to you. This is a really interesting energy. And now we have discontent. Okay. I'm going to stop pulling from that deck and let's see what else I can tap into here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Dawn, Aquarius, and Michael Sagittarius. What else can you tell me, please, about Michael's intentions here and the invitation to his wedding? This is interesting, Dawn. Okay, the way this is coming through. We have the soulmate card. We have the third party card. And then we have his divine masculine energy. I'm going to have to clarify that one. I feel, before we even do that, that regardless of where your relationship has been with each other, he would like to be able to maintain the friendship. Maybe he's not content with how things have gone, but he's still connected in the soul when it comes to you, perhaps. He said he would pay your way and his lady is fine with it. Okay. He's still connected in the soul when it comes to you. And the third party reference here simply means that there is Michael, there is his bride to be, and there's you. So there's three of you in this equation. And then if you look at the conflict image, there's three people. So, and then we have the friendship thing. We can have more than one soulmate in our lifetime, certainly. And I feel you're one of them. He considers you to be a soulmate friend, perhaps. It could be something along those lines. That's a part of his energy. So let's take a look and see what else we can learn from this. And it's not a bad vibe that I'm picking up or anything. I feel it might eventually get to a point where he's at peace with that. but I do feel that he would like to maintain the friendship. Yeah, it's a very scattered energy. And now look at this. We've got the Two of Swords. So as far as the relationship itself outside of the friend zone, yeah, I don't blame you. As you should. It doesn't make sense for you to be in that equation, because the only way for you to really be a part of this is as a friend. And if he's, well, you would have to be on board too. You know, if he's content with that, then that's on him. But you would also have to be on board as far as being okay to just be friends. As we can see here with the Two of Swords, part of the reason why he's conflicted is because he knows it shouldn't go anywhere, or that it can't go anywhere. It is a stuck energy. It is a stuck energy. We've got the Devil's energy here. We've got the Six of Swords. Okay, so it's directing perhaps both of you to just move on and to release it and let it go, especially once he is married. But I feel there are still parts of Michael that are in this Devil energy where he's still feeling bound to you somehow. It might be an unhealthy attachment. Yeah, and that's his own shadow self coming through. He's going to have to address that on his own, perhaps do some shadow work on his own. That's his job, not yours, not anybody else's responsibility to do that. Just when you said he wants to meet and talk, here's our Judgment card. There's the communication. Okay, so yeah, it does seem that he wants to be able to communicate with you. There is this need that he feels he needs to talk to you, and it might have something to do with this discontent. And you'll find that out should that conversation actually happen. We've got the Fool coming through here. Okay, so there's a part of him that wants to hit the reset button for some reason when it comes to the two of you. But this Fool's energy can also represent the fact that he's about to start a whole new, brand new life with someone else. And it would be foolish of him to perhaps expect anything more from you or this friendship at this point, because it would just create more of an unhealthy energy, I feel. And even though, as you mentioned, you know, his lady doesn't mind that he pays your way and that you would be attending the wedding, I have a feeling that that energy, that would change, you know, as more time unfolds. That's just how I'm instinctively picking up off of it. And then look at these cards. Look at these cards, Dawn. We've got the Eight of Swords. It is followed by the Eight of Cups. Do you see that? Okay. I'm going to hold it up. So we've got the Eight of Swords where it's focused on mental imprisonment. So he's very much stuck in his head. That's where this conflict is coming from. But as you can see from the Eight of Cups, the advice is to walk away. You know? Because he will be investing his time fully with somebody else. So why would you want to stick around? Why would you want to invest in somebody who's going to be marrying somebody else? You know? So in a way, it doesn't even make sense that he extended the invitation. That's just how it's coming through there. You represent the Empress in this particular reading, so it's directing you to walk away. It's directing you to walk away from Michael. And then we've got the Six of Pentacles. So he's unable to be able to bring you this equality because he's going to be directing that energy towards his bride. You know, somebody that he's going to be creating a life with this person. and he can't offer that to you, you know. But the interesting thing is, he's representing the Emperor. It's just that he's going to be the divine masculine to somebody else. So you coming through in this way, you're being directed to walk away from it. So I hope that helps. Yeah. And then you have the Six of Wands. Okay. This makes sense for me, for you, Dawn, because you're being directed to just focus on your own future, what you can create for yourself. And then the Six of Wands is telling you that you're going to be okay, that you're going to be fine, that this is actually going to help you to rebuild your self-confidence, to find love elsewhere, you know, and to be successful in that way for yourself, you know? So that's what's coming through there. And here's your Ace of Pentacles. You are able to manifest what it is that you're meant to manifest as a new beginning for yourself. You know, you're able to bring in this abundance, this prosperity towards you. And I really feel you will find your own happiness, just in a very different way and through a different path. But the message that's coming through very strongly for me is that Eight of Cups, directing you truly to distance yourself and walk away. And even though the invitation has been extended, it may not be the best idea to attend. That is just my 2 cents. Of course, you have your own free will to do so. I just feel that he would have to accept where things are at, you know, and you need to empower yourself by going through a different direction. Okay, so I will leave that there. I do hope that helps you out. I see here you mentioned clarity that you needed. Thank you so much. And you're very welcome. I hope that offered you what it was that you needed. Okay, thank you so much, Dawn. I appreciate it. All right. All right, let's move on to the next question. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, so who's next? Oh, Nancy, you're next. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, dealing with an Aries. Her name is Angie. What's the potential for us for more than friendship? Also, why is Norma still in my energy? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at Angie first and foremost. All right, here we go. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Angie, Aries, and Nancy, Gemini. What is the potential, please, for this connection beyond friendship? All right. We have hopeful, spiritual healing, rekindling of love. That's interesting how it mentions rekindling. It could simply be letting us know that there is hope when it comes to this connection. Oh, you're so welcome, Dawn. Thank you. We have in lust with you, don't let the sweet talk fool you. Okay, so, I mean, Angie could certainly be very attracted to you, and it could be mutual. But you also have to make sure that it can stand on a strong foundation beyond just the physical connection. We do have overflow, happy in love, joyous and content. Okay. And then we have daydreaming, thoughts and wonderment. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab some clarifying messages here. Let's see what else we can learn. So perhaps sexual chemistry that's coming through. The potential for love is here. Maybe you find yourself daydreaming as to what it is that can happen between the two of you beyond friendship. Let's see. Look at this. We've got the Ace of Cups. So this, of course, is a new beginning, and it does represent new love that is coming in. Okay, so this could, of course, be a fairly new connection, but there's potential here. We do have the Two of Cups. So it does have the capability to be a very strong, passionate, sexual relationship, but it could also build on this love connection. So it can check all the boxes, excuse me, so to speak, you know? Let's see. We have the Hierophant coming through. So that's, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. That could be commitment in time, okay? Let's see what else we can find out here. What else do we need to know? We do have the Three of Pentacles. As long as you guys are on the same page, I feel it's got potential. It really does, you know, and maybe things are fairly new right now. But it could also be two people who fall in love, have a great time together. It could be that you guys are compatible. I do, don't I? What is up with that? Let me drink some more. I don't know why that happens. We have the Four of Wands, so twin flames. But then we've done enough readings on Norma that there was the potential for a twin flame connection there. The daydreaming reference could also have something to do possibly with Norma and perhaps those thoughts that are coming in as well. It might have something to do with that. Let's see. We do have a Six of Wands, so this, of course, is a very nice energy for you guys to have a successful relationship, whether it's friendship or romance. We'll see. Okay. What else? What do we need to know here? Okay. We do have the Seven of Cups. I'm telling you, Nancy, every time I do a well, not every time, but often, the Lover's card pops up, which is your own Gemini energy. So it's interesting how we've got twin flame reference as well as soulmates. Okay. Perhaps there's a part of your heart space that is still drawn to Norma as the twin flame, but that does not guarantee that we're going to end up with our twin flame. There could also be challenges there, which there have been. So the Lover's card here, when we're focusing on Angie, especially since you are the Gemini, this is giving you the choice. And it's interesting too that the Seven of Cups is about having choices, multiple choices. So it's up to you how you decide to handle this situation with Angie. But I feel there is potential to turn things romantic, you know, where you guys could be lovers, where it could be more than friendship here. The ball is in your court, whether or not this turns in that direction and goes beyond the friend zone here. It can. And then we've got the Fool. So I feel it falls on you to be able to move things beyond the friend zone. That's possibly what this is telling us here. And there is that leap of faith reference, you know, so if you do decide to maybe ask her out on a date or to take the conversation to the next level, turn it into a more romantic interaction, I feel, as I just keep picking up, there is a lot of potential for this connection to go there. Let's see what else. And then we've got romance coming through here. Okay, so Knight of Cups energy. Okay, let's see what else. What else when it comes to Angie here? We do have the Page of Cups, so this is representing that curious mind. So part of the curiosity, maybe on her behalf, is to communicate how she's feeling too. Oh, let me read through these comments. Let's see. Yeah, the Lover's card again. Well, I have been moving on from Norma, like no communication at all since March, and been dating, but I still feel her energy. Yeah, there's good communication with Angie. Okay, that's good. And this also reminds me of questions, you know, the Page of Cups. And so I feel it's really important for you guys to continue to communicate and peel back the layers of who you represent to each other. It could turn into a very romantic partnership. Okay, that's coming through here. Let's see. And then we've got the Three of Cups coming through, so which is a very happy, celebratory energy, you know. It does represent a new beginning of sorts when it comes to your love life here. So that looks pretty good, the way that is coming through there. This is interesting too, that we've got the Death card, and that is followed by the Eight of Cups. These two cards might have something to do with Norma, just the fact that you have moved on and that, you know, there's no communication, you know, distancing yourself, walking away, allowing that relationship to phase out and to come to an end. And so this is part of the change that you're making in your life here, Nancy, in order to welcome in this new beginning for yourself when it comes to love. So that's actually really nice. And the card after that is the Sun, which of course it represents happiness. It represents at least the potential to explore this partnership. There's a chance that you guys might be able to really enjoy each other's company outside of just being friends. So that's a great card. And just the way it's lining up like that. Let's see what else here. Yeah, look at this. Six of Swords, moving forward, moving on, transitioning away from past baggage. And I feel a lot of that might have something to do with Norma. Even though you are still feeling her energy, you've done the work. You've done the proper steps to be able to distance yourself. Of course, we'll go ahead and take a look at that separately. But this is giving you a clear path to be able to explore where this connection with Angie could go. Okay. Let's see what else here. Yeah, look, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So it could be you that brings in this solid offer towards Angie in order to be able to get things started in love rather than just staying in the friend zone here. So lots of potential. So much potential, truly, that's coming through there. Let's see what else we can pick up here. We've got Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so you've got good luck. Things are falling in your favor here when it comes to Angie. It looks really good. And then, of course, as long as you guys are both willing to work on the partnership outside of just being friends, then in time you'll be able to see that whether or not it's worth continuing to invest in a romantic partnership or whether you guys are just better off as friends. But as long as you're both on the same page wanting the same things, this could actually be a very lucky time for you when it comes to your love life. Okay, so that looks good, the way that's coming forward. We're just having a friendship because I'm taking things slow. That's good. Taking things slow in this instance is a good thing. Seven of Pentacles, you know, as you've already heard me say, it's like my wait and see card in tarot. So it does require patience. So that's a good pace to go, I feel. Okay, so let's go ahead and analyze Norma's situation here and see what's going on there. All right, so that's you and Angie. So let me see here. When it comes to Norma, okay. Why is Norma still in your energy? Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Nancy, Gemini, and Norma, Gemini. All right, here we go. We've got solitary, okay, withdrawn, lonesome, single. Okay, so she could be single at this time, or just the fact that you have withdrawn from the connection. And maybe there are times when, you know, she feels lonely because you're not a part of her life, or maybe she taps into the memories that you guys have shared. Okay. You're very much focused on going in a different direction. That makes sense for me. Let's see what else here. We have roaming wild. We have drifting. And then we have frozen. So it's stuck. It doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Slowly parting, disconnecting, detaching, silence, stillness, no words. Okay, she's engaged, which is why I'm like, why is the energy still there? This new beginning could be the fact that she has moved on and is engaged, but it's just still coming through with a very interesting energy. Let's see what else we can find out here. I'm going to pull from my Modern Seers Tarot and Oracle, because this one has the Oracle messages here. Let's see if we actually get those. Angels and spirit guides, please. What do we need to know when it comes to this situation with Norma and Nancy? We have Archangel Gabriel coming through. So let me read through this one. Okay, so Archangel Gabriel, I am the angel known as the master of communication. If you're having trouble expressing yourself to your beloved, I'm here to assist. I can inspire writers, teachers, journalists, and artists to convey their messages with clarity and grace. I can help you overcome your limitations so you can finally say the right thing to the right person at the right time. If you struggle with conveying your emotions, call on me. I will be there for you. Perhaps just the fact that you guys are not speaking, you know, she is with someone else at this point, but you're still feeling those energies. This could also be Archangel Gabriel's way of communicating with you, Nancy, to be able to help you release those energies from Norma. It could be something like that. Let's see what else. Yeah, we have the Four of Cups representing the disconnection, the regrets, perhaps, the stagnation, that there is no more chance at this new beginning for the two of you. Perhaps that is a missed opportunity at this point. Oops, sorry, I'm off screen here. Okay, so let's see what else. We do have the Sun. So at this point, you guys are just pursuing different avenues to be able to find your own happiness, the possibilities there. Okay. There's something about the lack of communication, which I'm not surprised to see that. We see the redwood tree, which has something to do with communication. And that clearly is lacking because of this drifting energy. You know, you guys have parted ways. There is the disconnection, the detachment. Okay. We do have the Angel of Mercy. So it's right next to Frozen. Life has brought you down to your knees. The universe shows you mercy. The love you've been searching for, yearning for, has eluded you thus far. I'm here to let you know that it's time to rise, to get back up. Claim your ascension within your own life to help you take that first step towards a brighter future. So perhaps, you know, when something's frozen and it's cold at this point, there's no movement, nothing's happening. It could be assistance that you will receive from Archangel Gabriel as well as the Angel of Mercy, you know, to be able to help you let go of what it is that you need to let go of so that you can finally get that ascension and claim a very different outcome for yourself in love, you know? We also have the Nine of Swords. So it's got several interpretations, of course. It might have something to do with fears and anxieties, insomnia. Sometimes it's about nightmares, deep unhappiness. So perhaps at some point, Nancy, you experienced some of these emotions, but there is this assistance, as we see from Archangel Gabriel and the Angel of Mercy, for you to be able to release your fears and anxieties, if any, or certainly the energies to help you cope better in what's happening energetically anyway. Let's see what else. We do have Archangel Sophia. So we've got archangels coming forward. I am the angel of love. Okay, obviously in this particular instance, you're not really looking for a reconciliation here, but Archangel Sophia can assist in efforts towards forgiveness, bring about a mutual understanding between two people. And she's here to also show you the way to self-love and in finding the great love of your life moving forward from Norma. And it does say, call on me if you are looking to awaken your heart chakra. And perhaps by doing that, it would help you to be able to no longer feel Norma's energies and that vibe, you know? It's so interesting too that we've got the Six of Swords that is followed by the Fool. So we've got a new beginning here, wanting you to just sever this energy and to be able to move forward. We've got calmer waters with the Six of Swords. It is a very healing energy. It's also a card of a transition. So part of what it is that you need to leave behind is any sort of attachment to Norma. And perhaps with all of these archangel references and the Angel of Mercy coming through, that's what's going to help you to be able to sever that energy, you know, to be able to release that baggage perhaps attached to that experience. And I love this, the Four of Swords, because we've got fear, anxiety, stress coming through. That's a part of that energy, but it's also taking a break from some of those vibes that you're feeling, you know, to be able to give you time to spend time on your own and to just sit in silence, or to be able to still your energies yourself so that you can focus on what it is that you need to let go of when it comes to Norma. So this is allowing you to recuperate from perhaps feeling that attachment to Norma and to just finally get to a point where you can let it go and release it, you know? Let's see what else here. This is interesting that we've got the Christmas tree energy, which of course for most people it does represent a very joyful time. Maybe during the holiday season is when that energy can finally shift for you, Nancy. That's a possibility. We also have the crystal of earth, and it says it's time to get your head out of the clouds and focus on what's happening around you. Be careful what you're investing your energies in. Don't chase fool's gold. You're the real deal. What you're looking for is someone who recognizes your worth and the brightness that exudes within you. Don't settle for anything less than what you're worth. And that's an indication here when it comes to Norma that she was not recognizing the worth that you contributed to the partnership and the value that you held in the connection. And so it's trying to really help you to focus elsewhere, which I know you have, and you've done the work to detach, but I know it's been a bit of a struggle as to why you're still feeling her energy. And I feel that's why all of these angels are coming through to be able to assist you in that. Okay, and look at this. We have another angel, the Angel of Hope. You've lost your way, your sense of direction, which way is up, which way is down, which way takes you away from who you are, and which way shows you the path you're meant to travel. This is not the end. I am here to help restore the faith within you, to let you know that there is a ray of sunshine, a glimmer of hope that you fail to see. Open your eyes. I am here. Okay, so perhaps that hope is what's going to be able to work together with the Angel of Mercy, again, to help you to release and detach. Finally, maybe again, latter half of the year is how long it could take for you to be able to find peace there, you know? And then we have the Nine of Cups. So of course that represents emotional stability, which would help you greatly as far as being able to let that go, you know? So I hope that makes sense. Of course, this can represent wish fulfillment and realizing a dream. And since we're focusing on wondering why you are still feeling that energy tied into Norma. This is a wish to finally let it go, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest pertaining to that situation. All of these angels are here to truly help you work through that. So I love that. And then we have Two of Wands, and that is followed by the Ace of Swords. So this right here, it's planning for the future. It's telling you that there is progress that you can make. And this also reminds me of life giving you opportunities, especially if you feel caught at a crossroads, because you always have the free will to make different choices, you know, and that's hopefully what's going to help you move forward and away from these energies attached to Norma. And then we've got the Ace of Swords, which is clarity, to be able to see things clearly, to be able to cut things and people out of your energies. And that's exactly what it is that you're focused on. So you can do that 100%. It may take some time, it may take some practice, but you'll be able to do it in time, Nancy. Okay, so that's how that's coming through. I hope that helps out. Okay, thank you so much as always. Oh, I'm glad I see your comment. Makes total sense. Thank you. All right, so who is next? Cameron. Oh, Meg. Okay. All right, Meg, thank you for waiting. Let's go ahead and grab your messages here. All right. Let's go ahead and focus on yours. Would love to look into... Oh, you're welcome, Nancy. Thank you. Love to look into things with an ex who keeps reaching out. I'm a Cancer and he's Scorpio. Of course. Let's go ahead and see. Meg, okay? So focusing on an ex. Let me see what your ex's energy is. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Meg, Cancer, and her ex-partner, who is a Scorpio, divine masculine Scorpio. So let's take a look at your ex's energy here, okay? Why do they keep reaching out? What's going on? We have healing, okay? Maybe they've worked on parts of themselves that needed that energy to be worked on and to be able to bring healing in their own life, so that maybe they want to come towards you as a better person. Let's see. Look at that. They've worked on these changes, this metamorphosis. So they might even appear to be quite different from the last time you saw them, perhaps, or they've been working on their character, their behaviors. Look at this. We have cycles. So past cycles could represent the breakup. New cycles could represent the fact that they want to be able to start over. Let's see. What do we need to know here? We have regrets coming through from your ex. Okay, let's see what else we can learn here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Meg B, Cancer, and her ex, Scorpio. All right, why are they reaching out? What do we need to know here? We have beso, which means kiss. Your lips were meant for mine. No other kiss can ever compare to your kiss. Our kiss. So there's something about those intimate moments that you guys have shared, and maybe your ex is reminiscing about that, or, you know, your masculine here regrets the fact that you guys are broken up and not together. So let's see what else we can find out. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Meg, Cancer, and her ex-partner, Scorpio. All right, what do we need to know? Look at this. We've got the Five of Pentacles. So your ex is feeling alone, okay, and isolated, as we can see. Maybe they feel left out in the cold, especially if you might have walked away from them, okay? They're feeling lonely, perhaps. All right, what do we need to know? We have the Ten of Swords, so they are recognizing that perhaps they're part of the reason why things fell apart, and they're telling you here that they've changed, that they have worked on themselves here, Meg, to perhaps not disappoint you in the way that they have before. Look at this, Seven of Cups. Okay, so whatever this old cycle might have represented, obviously it resulted in a breakup, which is why you guys are ex-partners. And they're perhaps telling you here that they recognize that they made some poor choices in the past. And should you guys be able to have a second chance, they recognize that they're willing to make very different choices here. Look at this. We have the Eight of Cups right next to the regret card. So they regret that either they walked away or you did. Oh my goodness. Okay. And you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Swords here, Meg. And so I feel perhaps you have your boundaries up. Maybe you've got your walls up when it comes to your ex-partner here. Maybe you did cut this person out or walked away from them. Or maybe you're a little bit apprehensive here. And then we've got the Eight of Swords. So this is telling us, you know, we see entrapment, imprisonment, self-victimization. So when it comes to your Scorpio ex here, this person, they're in their head about the situation and how things might have ended. Hi, Eileen. Welcome. We have a Six of Swords. We've got the Fool. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel your ex wants to be able to look beyond what happened in the past and wants to start again, wants a new beginning. And they're more invested with perhaps a second opportunity to be a part of your life again. There's something about the kisses, the intimate moments. We see that here. The sexual attraction towards you, perhaps. You know, so they know that in order to build this strong partnership with you, then he's going to have to step it up. That's just what I'm feeling. We do have the Temperance card, so this might take some time. Oh, so he walked away last year. Okay, but has been reaching out for a while. I was seeing someone else, didn't work out, but unsure whether to be open to considering things again. Okay, well, I'm still on the fence about that one. What I do see here, though, Meg, is your ex wants a second chance, okay? And we do have the Temperance, so this is going to take time, perhaps. I say pay attention to how those conversations go. If you're feeling in your heart space that it's worth giving it a second chance, then maybe take things slow, okay? Take things slow. You're also coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. So once you guys continue to have those conversations, I feel it's very important for you to trust really what your gut is telling you. If you're picking up off of any sort of red flags, don't be afraid to ask questions, or don't be afraid to say no if you're just not feeling it. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, what else can you tell us when it comes to Meg, Cancer, and her ex, Scorpio? So he regrets walking away. You're coming in too as the Empress. Ooh, look at this next card. We've got the Emperor. Okay, so you guys are coming through right next to each other, feminine and masculine energy right next to each other. And of course, the Empress and Emperor could represent two people who could be divine counterparts. Okay, maybe too, it could be one of those situations where he needed to learn a lesson once he walked away. and needed time apart from you in order to mature and grow up a little bit, you know, and to recognize that you're the one, that you could be the one that got away, and that's where those regrets come in. What I'm seeing from your ex at this point is he's ready to recommit to the partnership. We see the Lover's card right next to that. So I feel that the love could still be there for sure. The sexual attraction is there. And this, of course, is a decision card. It's a choice card. Perhaps it's up to you whether or not this is actually a relationship that can develop and have a second chance, you know, because it can only go as far as you allow it, I feel. So if you open that door fully and allow him a second chance, then what I'm seeing here is a possibility of real commitment that could have been lacking before, perhaps, or just on a different level. There could be the possibility of commitment by way of marriage, perhaps someday. So I feel when it comes to your ex, that there is a possibility towards movement of that reconciliation. The Chariot, of course, representing your own Cancer energy. So as you can see here, Meg, it's up to you whether or not this can actually get moving. You hold the cards. The ball is in your court, whether or not this works out. And then we have the Six of Cups. So he thinks about you. You know, we see the reference to nostalgia once again. And so I feel when it comes to your Scorpio ex, you're very much in this person's mind and they want to get back together. They definitely want to get back together, but be mindful of the lessons that you were meant to learn from the last breakup and separation. You guys have this Tower coming through here. However, once the dust settles from this type of experience, there's always lessons tied into that. And then you've got the Sun, which can help bring you guys the happiness with a reconciliation. So it's not impossible, but I feel take things slow, continue to talk things through. Don't be afraid to ask questions. I feel when it comes to your ex, he's still, you know, very much in love with you, perhaps. You know, maybe he fell short of expressing that in the past, but I feel a very different energy from this person. And they've worked very hard to come towards you as a much better individual. So maybe it is worth a second chance with this partnership. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there, Meg. All right, so hopefully that brings you some clarity, especially with future conversations that you have with your ex-partner. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that helps. All right, let's go ahead and see what else. All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, who's next? Oh, Tin Marie. Okay, give me 1 second. One second, guys. All right, so Tin Marie. I would like to know if my ex-fiance David, who's an Aries, and I will reconcile together for 7 years. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at David's energy, okay? Give me 1 sec here. All right. So, Tin Marie, are you here? Ah, there you are. Tina Marie. Oh. I don't have an A here. That's missing. Tina Marie. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it written down differently. All right. Oh, you're so welcome, Meg. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at David's energy here. Is there a possibility towards reconciliation? All right, so David Aries, what needs to come forward when it comes to the connection with Tina Marie? Okay. Compassion. Okay. It's so funny too because my sister's name is Christine. Her middle name is Marie. And we've often called her Tin Marie. So to me, that isn't completely foreign to my ears. Okay, let's see here. Ooh, we've got discontent. All right. So David is discontent with what's going on. We do have indecision. So I feel that he's struggling a little bit. Okay, we do have discover. So this is what I'm feeling during this time that you guys are not together, even though he has his freedom, perhaps, to discover, as it says, other connections, other people, to do whatever the heck he wants in his life. I feel he's still undecided when it comes to what he wants, and he needs to be able to get to a place in his life, certainly in his mind space, what it is that he wants to focus on here. Because if it's a connection with you for you guys to get back together, then he needs to be certain. He can't be on the fence about whether or not he wants to dedicate his time and energy into the relationship. But this discontent, perhaps there's something about the relationship that he was unhappy about, or it just didn't check all the boxes. But perhaps he's also recognizing that you're struggling too throughout this distance apart. You guys did stay together for 7 years, and that's a good chunk of time. Let's see what else. What else do we need to know here? We have regret coming through here. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot when it comes to David. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on this connection between Tina Marie and David Aries. Is there a possibility towards a reunion here? We clearly see the regrets that he has, so maybe that's a part of the reason why he might be struggling. We do have the Seven of Wands right here. So he could be struggling trying to maintain some sense of control in his life as to how things are going there. We do have the Five of Pentacles, so he's struggling through the breakup. We see that here. This definitely has something to do with you. You're coming through as the Empress, of course, and he's undecided about what it is that he wants to do when it comes to the relationship. So what I'm feeling from David is part of him wants to see what else he can find out there, perhaps, but at the same time, maybe he's struggling through talking to other people or putting himself back out there. Could be feeling quite vulnerable at this time. He's just scattered in his energy. He doesn't quite know what it is that he wants here. Nine of Swords, clarifying the fact that he's allowing his fears and anxieties to get in the way of either a reconciliation between the two of you or perhaps getting back into the dating scene. He's not having a good time. Let's just put it that way. This Nine of Swords represents the fact that he could be feeling depressed, or he's just struggling to accept where things are at. He may not be sleeping at night. He could be struggling. This could also represent nightmares, you know, feeling hopeless perhaps. But we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So perhaps part of what it is that he is regretting is unable to offer you this new beginning that the Ace of Pentacles is wanting to bring forward, because it can represent a fresh start. It can represent some offer that's coming in from David that would let you know that he's fully committed, perhaps, in the relationship. Let me read your comment here. He broke it off in April, only said there were too many signs we weren't meant to be. He won't talk about it. Basically blocked me. I do know he's seeing, oh, he do know he's seeing someone. Not sure of how serious it is. I don't think it's that serious, because I feel if it were, if he felt really connected with this person, there would be no need for these energies to come through where he can't make up his darn mind what it is that he wants. He still feels the need to discover what it is that he is hoping for, hoping to find. And now we've got the Knight of Wands, which is somebody who's not ready to commit. You know, this is from David's standpoint anyway, and it's interesting that he's an Aries, Wands representing his fire energy. So whenever I see the Knight of Wands, it's somebody who's just not ready to commit, not 100%. And that has a lot to do with the indecision that's coming forward from there. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Tina Marie and David. Is there a possibility towards a reconciliation somewhere down the line? What else can you tell us, please? So right now, what I'm seeing from David is that he's not ready to reconcile. Okay. That doesn't mean it can't happen later. We do have the Eight of Pentacles. So he needs to get to a point where he's actually willing to put in the effort to make that happen. I don't think he's there yet, but we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So that could be an indication when he's ready to get things to fall in that direction. Because this, of course, representing good karma when it comes to the partnership, the relationship. It can represent a turning point for you guys to reconcile. So I wouldn't write that off. It's still coming through here. And this is actually very nice that we've got the Chariot, because even though things might feel like it's stagnant right now as far as you guys getting back together, I feel there's a chance that it can go in that direction. Okay, even if he blocked you, even if he did all sorts of things to convince you that he was seeing signs that you guys don't belong together. Okay. Even if he's with someone at this point, it's still showing us that he's not 100% set on that person either. So in time, perhaps things can shift and change for the two of you. And then here is his divine masculine energy coming through. And what's so significant about this is the Emperor represents Aries. David is an Aries. So he's for sure coming through as the divine masculine. And maybe once he decides what he wants and is able to make a solid choice, and that choice could be you, Tina Marie, then maybe in time you'll see that he's going to stop focusing on other people and just be able to focus on reconnecting with you. Yeah. I feel there's a possibility for that to happen. Look at this. We've got the Six of Wands. That is followed by the Four of Wands coming through as a possible reunion. And I don't know if you consider him to be your twin, but this does pick up off of a twin flame energy. You know what, though? Even if they're still seeing each other, I don't feel that that relationship is the one. So that doesn't even matter at this point. That's a lesson that he needs to be able to learn on his own, that you're the one that he wants to spend his time and his life with. I feel there's a good chance that it could go there with cards like the Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, okay? And then Six of Wands, all very positive, success, victory. And then the Four of Wands, which could indicate a happy reunion for the two of you, teamwork, twin flames, possible marriage perhaps, should commitment truly be decided on his end. And then this is the next card. We've got the Sun. So even though things might certainly be difficult for the two of you, or certainly on your end, Tina Marie, that you guys are not together, I feel that on David's side, he needs to come to these realizations. It might take a little bit of time, but I feel the outcome can still result in the two of you coming back. You do feel that he was your twin. It certainly could be. Four of Wands, and then of course 1111, that 1111 reference from the Four of Wands. If you happen to be seeing the time or the number, that could be significant, letting you know perhaps that you're on the right track for you and David to reconcile, or that there's a wish that you have that could manifest to bring you the happiness through a reconciliation here. So the sun is still shining down on the possibility that you guys can get back together. But, you know, don't put your life on hold waiting for that. Just continue to do the best that you can, however difficult that might be, because you're not with the person that you love. But just continue to focus on you, your healing, and then trusting in the process. If you guys really are meant to come together, then trust that the universe will be able to make that happen, to help it to happen. Okay, so good luck to you. I really do hope that it works out for the best for you and David. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So next question. Hi, V. You're up next. Okay. So let me just go through my lineup here for those who are waiting. So V is next. Koya, I've got Nick, and then Eileen. Okay. All right, guys. So V, let's get into your messages here. You're so welcome, Tina Marie. Thank you so much. All right, V. Would love to see what energy comes through. Dixon, Scorpio, twin flame, no contact. Okay. All right, so angels, what do we need to know here for this connection, please? Okay. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on the connection between V, Cancer, and Dixon, Scorpio. For this twin flame connection, currently no contact. What do we need to know, please? What do we need to know? We have transformation. A change is taking place. Ooh, okay. So there are changes happening here. Lovely 1111, hello, welcome. We do have freedom, release from burdens and stresses. That could be part of the transformation that's happening here. V, when it comes to you and Dixon, we'll see. Definitely lessons tied into this whole experience. Okay. Oh, wow. We've got chosen one, unbreakable. So because this is a twin flame connection, it doesn't matter that you guys are not together in the 3D, that there is no contact, because as twins, you're still connecting, you're still interacting in some way, shape, or form. And perhaps he's still feeling your energy regardless of distance and time. So let's go ahead and clarify that with some tarot here. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on V, Cancer, and Dixon, Scorpio. So it could be that the separation might actually serve as a very valuable tool towards these lessons here. Because it is those lessons that might actually create a reunion someday. Sometimes we have to spend time apart from someone in order for either person to learn them, you know? But we do see the unbreakable bond between the two of you. We see the potential for transformations and change here, and finally releasing the burdens and the stresses that have been weighing this relationship down. Okay, look at the first card. We have the Lovers. All right, so just the fact that the attraction, the love, that could certainly still be a part of the energies that you guys are exchanging, even though there is not a physical connection at this point in time. We do have the Six of Cups. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. These are nice cards here. And then we have the Ace of Wands. We also have the Death card, interestingly enough, representing Scorpio energy, representing Dixon. All right, so the Lovers card, of course, as I've mentioned earlier, and it happened to come across throughout this reading here today, several readings, that there is a deep connection here. Could be a very romantic vibe, sexual attraction, being able to restore the harmony in the relationship, wanting to eventually come into union perhaps someday, but it comes down to a choice that has to be made, you know? And so I feel here that it might even fall on Dixon to be able to decide that he wants to be able to bring the two of you back together, or to be able to create this transformation within himself so that he can come towards you as a better partner, perhaps. Oh, let me read your comment. Absolutely. The separation was so badly needed for both of us to grow. Yes. So that's a beneficial lesson that needed to happen here. But there's also the Six of Cups, which is picking up off of a past energy for the two of you. It's so interesting, too, that we've got this card right next to it, freedom, release from burdens and stresses. And then the Six of Cups is all about the memories, right, from the past. Well, some of those memories could have absolutely been wonderful, beautiful memories, but it could have also been painful. And it could have also represented whatever these burdens and stresses are. So it's also time to release from the past in order for that to not be a burden for the two of you to move forward. And perhaps that's simply a part of the growth that needs to happen and the lesson. And so once these valuable lessons have been learned from your end as well as Dixon, then that could very well be when this Wheel of Fortune comes in, and to be able to create a new cycle for the two of you. And I love, of course, how it represents this wonderful good karma. And that's what replaces perhaps some of the bad karma that might have been tied into these lessons. And once that occurs, and once things are finally moving in the right direction, then it takes us to this Ace of Wands, where there can be a new opportunity to be able to grow something way better than what you guys had. You know, the connection was magnetic. It freaked him out. Yeah, that can happen sometimes, you know? And so with Dixon's energy coming through with the Death card here, it is the end of a particular cycle, but that could also be a blessing. That's the transformation that's needed in order to create major changes, in order for you guys to be able to connect and interact in a whole different way. You know, he needs to accept it and move forward. Yes, absolutely. And that's what this Death card represents, that metamorphosis that needs to happen. So it's just interesting how he is a Scorpio. This is a Scorpio card, and the next card is the Sun. So after experiencing darkness and learning the lessons, then here comes the illumination and the growth from the Sun. How beautiful is that? In order for you both to be able to find fulfillment in the connection, the Sun too represents freedom. And we've got that reference right there. Unbelievable. In the meantime, there is this need to continue to tap into healing. And of course, we've got the Four of Swords, where there's this need for solitude in the meantime in order to be able to heal, in order to be able to recuperate, in order to have time to think things through. So it's tapping into a little bit of that hermit energy, and I feel that that would be helpful, especially for Dixon, as you mentioned, to do some work on his end, you know? Absolutely best card in the deck. I love that it's coming through here. Okay. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, another beautiful card. And then we have the Star. So I feel this right here, first and foremost, represents self-care before we focus on any wishes that can manifest or illuminated paths that either of you can follow to be redirected back to each other. I feel, especially on Dixon's side, there's a lot that he needs to be able to focus on for his own self-healing, his own self-care, his own purposes, his own opportunity, his journey to grow. So once he's able to actually do that, and we go back to the lessons and to break free from things that have been holding him back, then that's when he can finally get on the right path back towards you. And then the Ten of Pentacles can represent a perfect match, believe it or not. So twin flames who are on a particular journey right now that is keeping you guys apart, but I feel when the time is right, there's the possibility towards a reconnection. So it might be some time. We do have your Empress energy coming through here, Divine Feminine. So he needs to be able to step it up a little bit and show up as your Emperor. Yep. That is coming through. And lessons to be learned through this Tower moment. Okay. So we do have cards that are reminding us that you guys have been through something here that created a separation and distance and time apart. But we also have cards letting us know that that could be temporary and that eventually you will be able to find the right path towards each other. Let's see, let's see. And then we do have the Temperance card. We also have the Judgment card. We've got the High Priestess energy, just reminding you to trust your intuition here. And we've got the Temperance card letting us know that it is going to require patience on your part as well as his, perhaps. But we do have communication that will eventually come in. There will be future conversations that can really move things forward for the two of you. You know, exactly. It's when he's ready. And all you can do in the meantime is focus on yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely right. All right, let's see what else. Let's grab one more message. Look at this. And now we've got the Chariot. So that's your own Cancer energy here, V. What a way to end this reading, you know? So I feel when the time is right, things will move for you and Dixon, and it is clarifying that action is needed. It's not going to happen on his own. And so I really feel you guys can overcome the challenges that have been weighing on this partnership. He's got a lot of work to do on himself first. And when the time is right, you know, I feel that this can be a very successful reunion for the two of you. Okay, it is indicating a triumphant outcome here from the Chariot. So that's a beautiful outcome, and I love it even more since both of your energies came through in this reading, and yours is the last card to wrap up your reading, knowing full well that you have what it takes to be successful in your life until then. Okay, so looks amazing the way that's coming through there. All right, V, thank you so much as always. I love that reading and message coming forward for you. All right. So Koya, you are next. Sunflower Soul, hello, hello. How are you? I think so. Okay, so Koya. All right, a past person and I unexpectedly reconciled over the weekend after no contact for a month. He's an Aries and I'm a Gemini. What are his feelings and intentions towards me at this time? Okay, let's take a look at that. All right, what are the intentions? Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, V. Appreciate it. Hi, Koya. Okay, let's get into your reading here for the Divine Masculine Aries and your Gemini energy. So focusing on your Aries here, Divine Masculine. All right. So no contact for a month, and you guys unexpectedly reconciled this past weekend. All right, what do we need to know here? What is your Divine Masculine's intentions towards you and their feelings? They have had a breakthrough moment. It's like that epiphany, that light bulb moment here. It's like clarity. All right, what about that clarity? What do we need to know here? What do we need to know, please? We are seeing telepathy. So I don't know, Koya, if you actually felt your Divine Masculine's energies, perhaps in the 5D, maybe in a dream, or again, telepathic communication could come in so many forms. But if you did pick up off of that energy, it's almost like they were trying to reach out to you somehow before you guys even reconciled. Let's see what else. Longing. That's interesting. We also have boredom. So what I'm picking up from your Aries person, you kept dreaming of him. Okay, that could very well be where this telepathic communication is going on. So what we can see from these cards is perhaps he was longing to connect with you again, and life didn't have a whole lot of exciting things going on for this person, and so their thoughts gravitated towards you. So let's see what else. We do have friendship. Okay, so perhaps this person is not wanting just friendship with you. They're longing for you in a romantic sense. So let's go ahead and clarify that. Okay. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Koya. Gemini and Divine Masculine Aries, please. What can you tell us? Ooh, okay. So we've got the Two of Cups right next to breakthrough. So perhaps this person has finally realized that they would like to be able to develop a romantic partnership with you. Let's see, I did tell him, let's focus on building the friendship first. That's interesting. But he's definitely focused on more than friendship. That's the breakthrough. That's the epiphany. Okay. And look at this. Very different energies. We've got the Chariot, which is faster. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles right next to that, which is slow. And so perhaps in the 5D, or even maybe in the dreams world, they're wanting things to move quicker, but in reality, things are moving slower, you know, and that's how it's going. And focusing on the friendship first, I feel that's a good thing. Look at these cards. We've got the Fool. We have the Sun. All right. So perhaps exploring the friendship could certainly result in the two of you being very happy and to just reconnect in this way. There seems to be a new beginning that is presenting itself here. I feel when it comes to this Aries divine masculine, they have good intentions. We do have the King of Cups. Okay, so this is someone who's not messing around with you. I feel this is somebody who might have some real feelings there. Maybe they didn't realize it before, but it's coming through now. It's resurfacing. And now you've got the Wheel of Fortune. You've got the Star coming forward. So you represent perhaps that wish come true for this person, and things are changing. We clearly see that here. It's moving rather, not super quick, but considering what came through in your last reading, Koya, this is pretty quick, the way it's presenting itself. And just the fact that you mentioned that this person unexpectedly reached out to you and you guys reconciled, that's right here with the Judgment energy, where they reached out and you guys had a conversation and it was able to result in that. So, wow. Trust your gut on this one. If it feels good, and you know, the longer you guys are able to interact and talk to each other and kind of peel back the layers of the friendship and wanting to explore things further, trust your gut and your heart and, of course, your intuition. As long as your divine masculine is willing to put in as much effort as you would want your partner to have in the relationship, and you're seeing that with your own eyes, then that's fantastic. It may take some time to get there, you know, not really wanting to rush things too quickly, but I feel that it has potential. Baby steps, yes. Oh, that's nice. You guys have a friend date on Saturday. I love that. And look at the next card. You've got the Magician right here. And I love how part of the Magician energy is picking up off of your Gemini vibe. All right, so you are manifesting love and friendship in your life, maybe simultaneously. Even though you guys are starting off as friends, I feel there's feelings there already. Okay, so it's got potential. It really does. Wow. Look at this. You've got the Knight of Cups. So romantic lover. We see that here. So even though it's a friend date on Saturday, it could have tinges of romance in there somewhere. So that's fantastic. You're also coming through with the energy of the Queen of Cups. So there's something tied into you needing to trust what you're feeling and your intuitive nature there. Okay. 10 of Pentacles, perhaps finances for either of you could be looking up. Maybe career is going well. But as I mentioned earlier, 10 of Pentacles for me represents a strong bond between two people. And sometimes it can represent a perfect match for two individuals who are wanting to explore a romantic partnership. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands, which, as we've already determined today, this could be a possible twin flame connection. If it's not that, of course, it can simply represent the reconciliation, which you guys have had already, and the opportunity to build a much stronger foundation, first as friends and then as lovers, and possibly even as husband and wife. That's a potential. This can be a marriage somewhere down the line. You know, and the card after that, we've got Ace of Cups. You know, a new chapter in love that is coming forward here. So it looks absolutely wonderful the way it's coming through, you know. So let's grab some time frames here, Koya, and see when can this turn into love, possibly. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. Can you give us an indication of when things can turn towards romance rather than just friendship? Angels and spirit guides, please. Give me a time frame, please. Okay. Give me a time frame, please. And I dropped the card. Hold on. Look at this, Koya. We've got 4 months coming through here. Okay. And then bottom of the deck, we have it will happen on a Sunday. So 4 months could be an indication as to when things can turn romantic, perhaps. That, of course, is just a maybe. Time frames, it's just really difficult to pinpoint when exactly something will happen. But maybe later on in the year, maybe 4 months from now, is when things can finally be out of the friend zone and more towards a romantic connection. Okay, so that looks really nice the way that's coming forward. So enjoy your friend date on Saturday. It looks great. Thank you so much as always. All right, Nick, you are up next. Thank you so much for your patience and for waiting. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's look at your question. Past 3 months have been healing from the past person and moving forward. Checking energies on what is coming towards me, Aquarius, in love. Okay, let's see. Let's take a look, okay? So I'm being drawn to pull some letters for you, which is similar to what I do for my Instagram and sometimes my mini YouTube readings. It gives us an indication of possibilities, especially when there's no particular person that we're focused on. Okay, and I'm happy to hear that you're focusing on your healing and moving forward. So let's take a look. Who is coming towards you? I've combined a couple of alphabet decks here. Let's see. Letters that could represent a new love or someone that could be surrounding you, who might end up being a romantic connection. We have Z and B. Oh, you're so welcome, Koya. Thank you. All right. We have I. Ooh, look at this. We've got double B coming through. Okay, so someone's initials could be B and B, or somebody's got 2 B's in their name. Let's see what else. For Nick, Aquarius, we have you. We have a V. Okay, let's grab a few more. And then we'll grab some potential zodiacs here. J. We have a G, an F, and one last one. And we have a T, okay? So you can play around with these letters, especially once you make a new love connection. You can go back to this reading at any time and see if any of these letters are actually jumping out for you, okay? Let's go ahead and grab some zodiacs here as well as to who it is, potential love connections. We're starting off with Sagittarius. We also have Scorpio coming through. Gemini, okay. We have Pisces. Let me grab one more. And lastly, we have Taurus. Okay, so Sagittarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces, and Taurus. So Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, so something again that you can go back to and watch later on, especially once you are connecting with somebody. Okay, so that's what's coming through as far as signs and letters. Let's go ahead and see what you can attract your way as far as love. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Nick, Aquarius, when it comes to love and romance. What is it that needs to come forward? Okay. Oh, this is interesting that we've got this card coming through again. Freedom, release from burdens and stresses. Because I feel part of your healing journey is to free you from that. So you're doing the work. That's great. So keep focusing on that. Okay, let's see what else. We have sweetness, admires you, affectionate. So this could be an indication of somebody that you do connect with, and they could be very affectionate towards you. You could also find them to be a very sweet person in their demeanor. Okay, let's see what else. We have awareness. We have chemistry. So awareness, pay attention. Red flags, trust your intuition, because not everybody is going to be a good choice. So use your discretion and choose wisely, okay? And we do see chemistry right here, sparks of love and passion. Bottom of the deck, we've got vibrations picking up on each other's frequencies. So you might have more than one person that's interested in you romantically, and it's totally up to you to be able to decipher who it is that you want to invest your time and energy into, because not every person will be a good choice for you. So you need to be able to decipher who that person will be, okay? What else? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Nick, Aquarius. All right. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Ace of Wands. The opportunity to start again, especially after you free yourself from people, connections, energies that no longer serve a purpose for you. So I love how that's there. Okay. You do have the Queen of Swords energy coming through here. So you could connect with an air sign as well. You are Aquarius, so you could also connect with another air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. And Queen of Swords is a very no-nonsense type individual. This person, you know, they don't beat around the bush. They're going to tell you exactly how they feel about you. You know, they could be very sweet, certainly, but very affectionate. We can see that. Okay, but the Queen of Swords is just not one to beat around the bush, you know? But look at this. We have the Sun. So if you want to be able to experience this type of happiness, then it's very important that you are aware of the people that are coming towards you, especially those who are romantically interested in you, or you're interested in them, you know, because it could go either way. We have the Seven of Cups. You might have, as I've mentioned, more than one person interested in you. And of course, there could be one that stands out where you really do feel that chemistry with this person. So you got to choose wisely, because not all these choices will be wise ones. Let's just put it that way. So whoever it is that you're drawn to, just make sure that you take the time to really get to know this individual. Nope, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because divine feminine, divine masculine energies, it can be male or female. So totally okay. All right, let's see. So you absolutely can be happy here, Nick. You know, just be mindful of some of the people that come your way, okay? Look at this, Ten of Pentacles. So we're focusing on your love life, of course, but maybe your finances could be turning around as well. All right, wealth and affluence, that's coming through. So maybe your work environment could be quite successful. If it's not there yet, it has the capability to be. All right, but it's right next to vibrations, picking up on each other's frequencies. So this right here for me, it represents a good, strong bond that you will feel towards the right person, you know, and you will know who that is. And that's where it comes down to you really being able to trust what your heart is telling you, these sparks that you feel with a particular someone. Okay? Look at that. 10 of Cups. Okay? So you really are meant to find this beautiful relationship in your life. If you have wanted to get married, that's possible, of course. And you can connect with someone in this way where you can have it all, you know, where you really can find a very special connection and be on the same page with this person. It's like a dream come true for you, you know, so that's a possibility. I love how that's coming through for you, actually. All right, let's see what else. The right partner, working together, collaborating, teamwork. All right. And it shouldn't be like climbing this mountain that you can't get to the top. You know, it shouldn't be so hard that you're always struggling to be able to connect with this person, because the right one will be able to dedicate their all into the partnership, working together, as it says, literally as a team. 10 of Pentacles, you get a car. I remember that episode. That's so funny. Let's see what else. I missed that show. All right, let's see what else for you. Oh, look at this. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so your wish to find love, it's totally manifesting, and we'll grab some time frames for you as well. But, you know, if you just don't see that happening in your life right now, for example, just know that it's on its way to you. You know, I feel in time it will find you. Look at this. Ace of Cups, there's your new romance coming in. But in the meantime, just focus on loving yourself, Nick. You know, it's a part of your destiny to be able to connect with somebody who will be on the same page as you, wanting the same things that you do. And if it doesn't end up in marriage, this is still a very special connection that you can have, you know, to be able to spend your life with somebody who has the same vision as you when it comes to love. And your Emperor, okay, coming through here. So I really do feel this could represent your counterpart, somebody that you really can love with all your heart, somebody who's going to be there for you the way you need them to be. We do have the 7 of Pentacles, so it's just going to take some time, that's all. I feel in the meantime, continue to just work on yourself, which is the best thing that you can do. You're not meant to put your life on hold waiting for this love to come in. Just keep focusing on yourself, being able to grow in ways that you need to, and when the time is right, you know, it is a card of perseverance. Don't give up on yourself or the idea of being able to find that very special love connection. And then you've got the Fool, you know, not being afraid to follow your dreams in life, especially when it comes to love. Take that leap of faith, as it says. You know, when you feel that chemistry, feeling drawn to a particular someone, and you're on the same vibration as them, you're going to know it, okay? So this new beginning is coming in for you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some time frames for you as well. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Nick, Aquarius. When is love going to be coming in, please? All right. Let's see. All right, Nick, so we've got blocks must be cleared first. Okay, maybe that makes sense for you. All right, let's see. And then we have 6 months, okay? So latter half of this year, early January perhaps, that's when things can finally start moving in the right direction when it comes to your love life. And you are Aquarius, so maybe around Aquarius season is when something could shift and change for the better. All right, so that looks pretty good. In the meantime, just focus on yourself and enjoy living the best life that you can. Okay, I wish you the best. Thank you so much. All right. Oh, Eileen, you're next, and then Shanice. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your reading. Oh, I'm sure it has been. Yeah, it that does tend to be really exhausting. But yeah, just keep working on that, Nick, and you'll be able to, you know, get past that. You're in therapy. Okay, good. Good. That's a good thing. Okay, so good luck on everything, okay? And feel free to reach out at any time. All right. Okay, give me 1 second here. So Eileen, welcome, welcome. So let's go ahead and get to your question here. Okay. So you're Aries and Chris is Scorpio. A few years have passed since he chose someone else. What is the energy update for this connection? And is he making necessary changes for evidence to manifest itself in the 3D? Okay, let's see. Oh, you're so welcome, Nick. Thank you again. All right, here we go. So let's take a look at Chris's energy here, okay? Okay, 1 second. Here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on the connection between Eileen, Aries, and Chris, Scorpio. So he chose someone else. So when it comes to that connection that he has chosen someone else, what's going on there? We have new direction coming through here. Okay. We have winter. We have forgiveness. Would you happen to know, Eileen, if he's still with this person? Here it says, since he chose someone else. We have this cold energy coming through, okay. We have a barrier. So this could be simply what's already happened and you're aware of it, that Chris decided to go in a different direction, which means that things are frozen and cold between the two of you. Perhaps energetically, what he's trying to tell you through this reading is that he's sorry that he's hurt you, you know, and perhaps wanting to be forgiven here. This is clearly a barrier that's preventing any sort of interaction between the two of you. Okay. And here's your divine feminine energy. So we clearly see some sort of blockage that is preventing any sort of interaction between the two of you. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what else we can learn here. Okay. This could also represent the someone else, because this can be interpreted in a very different way as well, Eileen. If Chris has decided to go in a different direction, then maybe they've broken up. That could be frozen in time as well. Maybe he regrets how things ended between him and this person. Maybe he said some hurtful things. That could be a door that's now closed when it comes to this individual, you know. But when it comes to you, it could also be how I had mentioned, that it's simply describing things that have already happened between the two of you. Interesting. We now have the Empress. So if we are going to interpret these cards based off of your presence here through these cards, okay, so there is a blockage that's preventing you guys from interacting. That might have something to do with him just deciding to go in a whole different path for his life. You could represent, of course, the Empress here. So since there is no contact, as you mentioned, this could represent somebody else at this point. that he might be in another relationship with somebody else. That's a possibility. Angels and spirit guides, what else, please? Look at this. We have the Emperor. Okay. So I feel he's in a relationship, but it may not be with that person that you are aware of, that he ended up getting into a partnership with. I feel there's been a shift in that energy. Yes, he could be in a relationship, but it might not be with that person. Look at this. We now have the Tower coming up next. So he could be in separation from somebody else at this point, Eileen. He might not be with that same person anymore, but he might have already moved on to a different person at this point. This is the next card. Man, this is really painting a very interesting storyline. Two of Pentacles, and now that's followed by the Two of Swords. Okay, so this right here, whatever is creating this barrier, is coming through as a challenge. Part of the reason for this Tower and separation might have something to do with the fact that he was juggling multiple people. So he might have maybe cheated on that person. There could have been a third-party situation, because we clearly see nothing's moving, and between the two of you, nothing's moving in that direction either. Huh, okay. What else, please? Focusing on this connection. Let's see if that Knight of Wands pops up. Let's see. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? Of course, this is a slow energy. It's slow because I don't think he's ready to commit to anybody. Not right now. That's just a weird vibe. And then we have the Moon, which is deception, things that are hidden, secrets, lies. So if he's really wanting to create progress in his relationships, he needs to be truthful. He can't be hiding things. He can't be having third parties, having affairs. That's not going to go anywhere, you know? And look at that. Five of Swords, the conflict, the competition, sneakiness. That's what he's doing. And then he probably ended up hurting this other person. That's why there's a barrier right there. Okay. Look, that's clarified by the Three of Swords. Love triangle, more than likely drama, separation. Oh, he ended up hurting this person. Ay, ay, ay. Multiple choices, too many choices, temptations that he continues to go after. You know, and as you mentioned, he seems to create a lot of third-party situations. He hasn't stopped doing that. Yep, he has not stopped doing that. That continues. Oh boy. Let's see what else. What else? In order for a relationship to work, there has to be teamwork there. But, you know, he's got one foot out the door. And so that's not going to work. Seven of Wands, challenge, yeah. Competition. Okay. So if there's competition, then there's other people in the picture. He creates things to kind of bring in these barriers, these challenges. And, you know, it's really creating a lot of drama, I feel. Four of Cups, boredom, disconnectedness, missed opportunity. The longer he continues to get himself mixed up with third parties, then he's really going to miss out at, look at the next card, at happiness, at true happiness. He's missing the boat. He's missing the chance, you know, and perhaps he really had a chance with you at happiness, but if he continues to feel that you know, he wants to explore these other options and fantasizing about other people, third-party situations, then the universe, you know, might be offering him all of these opportunities to be happy and to finally settle down, but he's just not doing it. He's not taking advantage of that. He puts the third party into play to leave the relationship he's in. Oh, so that seems to be a repetitive pattern. And then look, we've got the Eight of Cups. I'm not surprised to see that. So he probably walked away from somebody in order to get into another relationship, you know, to have a lover maybe on the side. He's making a conscious choice to get himself entangled in situations like that. It could have also been, you know, other women that he's been involved with who decided to cut him out because they perhaps might have found out that they weren't the only one, you know? So he's definitely tapped into his shadow self where he could be obsessed or addicted towards that type of behavior, unhealthy attachments as well. Oh boy. So yeah, that's his energy right now. Is he making necessary changes? I don't think so. Not yet. Six of Swords. He needs to let this go. He needs to leave this type of behavior behind him, but he's not doing that. And that's why he keeps creating situations where it ends badly, where he ends up hurting people. Yeah, that's not good. Not good at all. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, you know, so right now he's probably just enjoying maybe being in and out of relationships, the whole third party spinning wheel that he seems to get himself entangled into. But, you know, someday he might realize that that has left him alone and isolated from these relationships because he's not really committing himself in the way that he should. And to be able to bring this type of energy into a relationship, that's not happening for him right now. Equality, give and take, that's not happening because he's spreading himself too thin. Yep. Oh my gosh. And here we are, Knight of Wands. Yeah. He wants his adventures, you know, he wants to be able to enjoy himself in these connections, but there is no way right now that he's wanting to bring in any sort of commitment to anybody. I don't think so. Yeah, sadly, that's how he's presenting himself. And lastly, we've got the Two of Wands here. Eileen, you know, it's like the universe keeps giving him chances to make different choices, to plan for a better outcome, a better future, but he keeps choosing the wrong path. Yeah. So that's where we're at when it comes to Chris, unfortunately. And he might have actually done you a favor by not interacting with you, not contacting you right now, because he's got so many things going on here. Can I request an exchange from the universe? And DM, please, mine. Yeah, absolutely. Or I could, you know, I could do, you know, a separate mini reading for you. So yeah, let me know. You can always DM me, okay? Thank you so much, Eileen. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's what's coming through from Chris right now. All right. So, Shanice, thank you so much for waiting. Okay, so Shanice, you're our last reading for the evening. All right, so what's Kai's Leo feelings and intentions towards the children's mothers? Okay, let's take a look at that. So if memory serves me, oh, I got you, Eileen. Okay, yes, of course. All right, so Shanice, Focusing on Kai. So that's a twin flame connection, correct? All right, so he's Leo. Feelings and intentions towards me. Children's mother. Okay. All right. Let's grab some insight. What deck am I drawn to here? Let's see. Almost. Sorry, hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. We're almost done here. All right, so Shanice, let's go ahead and check in on the connection here. All right. Feelings and intentions towards Shanice. Thank you, Eileen. Have a good evening. All right, so Kai, Leo, and the connection with Shanice. All right. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining us this evening. We appreciate it. We have change, different, transform, open, and flexible. Okay, change is good. Let's see if there has been a shift in that. There are signs here, Shanice. Okay, so pay attention to the angel numbers that you're seeing, or even your spirit animals, perhaps, or particular messages that you receive, maybe downloads or part of your instinct. You're just picking it up, maybe telepathic communication there. Let's see. What else? Let's grab another energy here. Towards the children's mother. Okay. So these are the two messages coming through. So maybe there's been a shift there. However, this is still coming through for you, Shanice, to pay attention to those signs, because it might have something to do with the connection with the children's mother. Okay. Let's see. Give us one more message, please. Focusing on Kai, Leo, and the connection with the children's mother here, please. We have delicate. This is interesting, though, that we have angry, projections, resentments, unresolved. So there might be unresolved issues between the two of them. And then we have fragile, okay, delicate. Maybe things are a little bit rocky right now. That could be part of the changes that are happening. That might not be the best of changes, because there seems to be this resentment that's coming through for this relationship. Let's see. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Kai, Leo. Feelings and intentions towards the children's mother. Okay. I don't know if this is what's actually going on, Shanice, but we have the Eight of Cups. So if they have been fighting, if they've been arguing, maybe he's thought about leaving the relationship. I don't know. Or if they're even in a relationship. Maybe there has been something in how they interact with each other where he's just not wanting to continue doing that. Okay, let's see. What else, please? Focusing on Kai, Leo. We do have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is very action oriented here. They tend to do things impulsively. okay? But I feel when it comes to how he interacts with her, that he's not 100% invested there, perhaps. Okay. You've been seeing his birthday a lot, almost every day. There's something there as far as that energy. We do have the Five of Cups. So this is grief, this is loneliness, something to do with perhaps old wounds that could be very triggering either on Kai's part or the children's mother. Because as we can see here, there's something that's quite fragile going on between the two of them. And it's created something that's unresolved right now, to the point where he's considered severing ties maybe, or not interacting as much. That's a possibility there. And then we've got the Devil card coming through, which is addictive behavior, obsessive behavior, something to do with the shadow self, an unhealthy attachment, feeling bound. Okay, so perhaps there's something about how they interact, and just the fact that they have children together, it's causing him to come from a place of resentment and anger. You know, there's a lot of tension that's coming through here. Okay. And now we've got the Hangman, which is perhaps a desire from Kai to let go, needing to spend less time interacting with his children's, with the mother, you know, in order to perhaps have a better relationship with the children. I'm not sure. But there is this need to distance himself for some reason. And then we've got the Ace of Cups, which can represent new love, compassion, deep connection. But on behalf of Kai, perhaps it's also the opportunity to focus on himself in order to be a better father, perhaps, you know, if he's coming from a place of, or projecting that anger towards his children, then there's this need for him to focus on himself and why he's feeling that way in order to be able to interact with them better. Yeah. And then we've got the Ace of Wands. So we've got aces coming through, giving us a new energy, okay, new beginnings. So he's wanting to disconnect and start in a different direction. I don't think that he's wanting to disconnect from his children, but the way things are going between him and the children's mother, there has to be a change there. That's just how it's presenting itself here, if that makes sense. Okay. And then we've got the Seven of Cups. So he wants to do things differently. You know, we started off with that from the very beginning, different. He wants to change things up and he wants to make different choices. We see that here. But maybe part of the reason why he's coming through as angry is because they might be on different pages, or he feels like he can't. Because he wants to be fulfilled. He wants to be happy, but something's stopping him from actually being fully content in this situation. And we have our wait and see card, our Seven of Pentacles. So this is a situation that is going to need a little bit more time to see how these changes can be implemented on his behalf, so that it's going to be better for the children. You know, it might not work out for him and the children's mother, but perhaps it could be a solution for how they take care of their children. I'm just picking up off of a very different vibe between the two of them. And he's coming through as the Emperor, which in this particular instance represents fatherhood, that he wants to be able to build a much stronger foundation for his family. But I'm also picking up from Kai that he wants to do things very differently. He wants to be in control of the situation, but part of the anger and resentment is because maybe the children's mother is standing in the way of progress here. Yeah. See, he wants to start over, or wants a new beginning, or wants to be able to do something differently. But there's a blockage there, perhaps. Yeah, it's stressing him out a little bit here. Yeah. And then we've got the Ten of Wands. So we've got this burden. Okay, maybe he feels like he's doing too much to keep the peace in this whole situation, and she maybe needs to pick up the slack a little bit. Maybe he's so stressed out that he's not sleeping. You know, we do have the fragile situation right here. We clearly see that he's angry about something. And it requires teamwork. And I feel that might be lacking, actually. You know, so maybe she's depending on him a little bit too much, and it's just causing him to stress out a little bit. I don't know if that's monetarily or if it's just the help that is needed to be divided, you know, but clearly it's lopsided right now, and he's stressing out there for some reason, Shanice. You know, that's just the way it's coming through here. Yeah. And then we have the Three of Swords. So the last thing he wants here is to be able to hurt his children or to mess up the family dynamic. But, you know, it is going in that direction, it seems. It hurts him to be able to see his children hurt. Let's see. And then we have the Star. You know, so whatever they're going through as a family, or certainly the, as you mentioned, the feelings and the intentions towards the children's mother, I feel there's tension. There is tension there. There's arguments, disagreements. They're fighting, perhaps, not seeing eye to eye. But there's hope that perhaps they can work it out for the betterment of the children. That needs to be worked through. It is monetarily. She wants him to stick around to provide. That could be what they're arguing about. Okay. So something clearly needs to give here. If teamwork is to happen, you know, so it's got to be 50-50. It can't just be Kai. You know, there has to be some contribution perhaps from her end, because it can work out, but, you know, something needs to change. And that's the very first card that came through, you know, so there's tension there for sure. That's what's coming through there. And then this is the next card, Eight of Swords. So he's very much in his head about this, and it's causing him a lot of stress. And they're at a stalemate right here. That's the next card, Two of Swords. So they're butting heads right now. There's not a whole lot of solutions at this point in time, which is why it's going to take time with the Seven of Pentacles, you know. So it's interesting that they're arguing about money. We've got the Pentacles references that are coming through, as well as the Three of Pentacles. So it definitely has something to do with finances, arguing about money, you know, fighting, bickering, unresolved issues between the two of them. So right now things are not moving, and it's going to eventually have to shift. It needs work. Okay, so that's what I've got at this time, Shanice. We can definitely revisit this energy as perhaps more time passes, if you'd like, but that is what's coming through right now. So you did mention you keep seeing his birth date. You know, there's something tied into that. You might want to look up the numbers tied into his birthday. There might be a particular significance to that also that might help. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so much as always. And that is it, right, Kim, as far as the personal mini reading requests. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. We appreciate it each and every time that you guys show up for us. And I will be sure to, of course, announce the next session on the community tab here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. So if you don't already follow me there, please do so. It is The Celestial Forecasts by Carrie, and it is a verified page. So if you don't see the blue check mark, that's not me. Okay, so just an FYI on that. And again, we appreciate you guys so much. I hope you have a good evening or maybe morning or afternoon, wherever it is you're tuned in from. And we'll see you guys real soon. Take care.